Welcome back to another Ready in Minutes workout. Today we have an advanced kettlebell complex that focuses on combining movements. And that means every single one of your moves will be paired up with another one. So today's complex, as usual, will have 5 parts to the sequence, but each time in each rep, you'll be combining 2 different moves to count as 1 total rep. This will definitely start challenging your kettlebell skills and your ability to pair one move with the other. I know that can sound confusing, so let's jump in so I can show you what I mean. All right. All right, there's a whole lot going on there, so let's break it down from the top with the first 2 moves in the sequence. So for the clean and squat, it's pretty straightforward. You clean into the rack, you get down into the squat, and then you repeat. Now, the one hiccup here might be your stance. So you might need a wider stance to clean and a narrower stance to squat based on your mobility. So here's a pretty wide stance for me, too wide for me to squat in. I'm going to clean into the rack, adjust my stance for the squat, squat down, make my way back up, and then adjust my stance again for the clean. And then just repeat throughout the reps. Next, you have the swing into the high pull. So with this swing and the high pull, the biggest difference you're gonna see between the moves is the arc. For the double swing, the arc is straight out in front of you, arms fully extended. For the high pull, you start trying to close up the arc a little bit, and your elbows end up kind of behind you with your forearms diagonal. So each time you do this, you're going to be altering the trajectory of the belt to some degree. So next up, we have my favorite combo in the sequence, which is the deadlift to the hang clean. And essentially, you're gonna be doubling up on the deadlift because in the first part, you're gonna set up with the bells underneath you in line with your feet, handles horizontal, and you're gonna set up your hinge and finish your hinge at the top for your conventional deadlift. Now in the next part, you're gonna start hinging over as if you were doing a Romanian deadlift. So you're gonna finish just underneath your knees and you're gonna explode upwards into the rack. This is your hang clean. After you finish, engage your lats, shoot down in a straight line, reset, and repeat your deadlift and hang clean. All right, next up is the hardest one in the sequence, which is the push press combined with the seesaw press. So you're gonna clean into the rack and you're going to use the momentum from your hips to shoot the bells overhead. Now, once they're here, you're at the end of your overhead press. You're gonna guide one bell back into the rack, press it out. As you press it out, the other one lowers, and then you press that one out, lower the second one back into the rack, and repeat. Let me show you again. Slow motion. We're going to push press out, pick a side, lower that one first, press it back out, lower that one while pressing the second side out, and lower the second side back into the rack. This one can be a real test of your endurance and tire your shoulders out, so take breaks as needed. And as if that wasn't enough on your shoulders, lastly, we have a squat thruster, so more shoulders, to a double swing. And so how this works is that we're gonna guide the bells into the rack position. We're gonna squat all the way down, send the bells up, guide them back into the rack, adjust your stance if you need to. Do one swing, guide back to the rack, squat, send it overhead, guide to the rack, and repeat. So guys, this is an advanced sequence. My recommendation is definitely take breaks your first time doing it, break the movements up, become familiar with them, and please do pick a weight that makes sense for you. There's really no sense being a hero with the bell size on a circuit like this that's going to seriously tax your muscular endurance and your cardiovascular conditioning. Take breaks as needed, recover, because no matter what, the conditioning will improve with time. All right, so given that today is an advanced circuit and it's doubles and it's for 2 times on each part of the sequence, we're gonna do this for 2 rounds total. Can you see the theme of 2 or double taking shape here? That might seem a little shorter than usual, but trust me, I think it'll be enough. All right, let's get to it. All right, so round 1, clean and squat. 1 clean, 1 squat. 5 and 5. All right, if you're ready, swing into high pull. 1 swing, 1 high pull. Swing, 1 high pull. 4, 5, and 5. Down to the ground. Shake it off if you need to. I need to. Next up, we've got our deadlift to our hang clean. So let's set up over the bells. Adjust the handles if you need to. Deadlift to the top. Go down just beyond the knees and explode into the rack. Clean down in a straight line back to the ground. Deadlift to the top and repeat. 5. And up and down. All right, shake it off. Next up, we've got our push press to our seesaw press. So let's clean into the rack. Adjust your stance if you need to. Push press, guide one down, press it out, guide the first one down and press the second one out. Guide it back to the rack and repeat. And one more. And down. And down to the ground. Shake it off if you need to. And then we finish up with our squat thruster and our swing. All right, so set up when you're ready. Tilt the bells. Guide to the rack. And do the squat thruster. Up. Back to the rack and swing. 2, 4, and 5. Up, down. All right, that's the end of round 1. Take a break if you need to. Let's get after round 2. All right, here we go. Round 2, clean and squat for 5. All right, if you're ready, swing to high pull. 2, 4, and 5, and 5. Down to the ground. Even if you don't want to take a break, it's going down to the ground. Next up, we've got our deadlift to our hang clean. So let's step over the bell, hinge on over, grab the bells, deadlift to the top, hinge back on over beneath the knees, and explode into the rack. Three, 4, 5. Down. All right, shake it off. This is tough. All right, so next up, we have our push press into our seesaw press. So when you're ready, let's hinge on over and clean into the rack. Adjust your stance if you need to. Push press to the top, lower one side, press that side, press the second side, and back to the rack. 2. 3. 3. 4. And 5. All right, one last part of the sequence. We're gonna finish up with our squat thruster to our swing. So when you're ready, let's set up in our hinge. Tilt the bells, guide to the rack. Adjust your stance if you need to. Squat, thrust to the top, back to the rack, and swing for 1. 3. 4. And this is 5. And that's a wrap. All right, and that's our circuit. 2 times, 2 moves in each sequence, and that's plenty. But by all means, if you want to go for more, you can. But in the interest of people that are trying to condense time for their conditioning, their warm-up or their workout itself, I think you'll be largely satisfied with 2 times total for this whole circuit. But hey, if you do more, 3, 4, 5, 10, please let me know. I'd love to know about it. With that said, that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you real soon on the next one. Stay strong and conditioned.